got one today for my client in Ohio. It's with an assisted living facility in Youngstown, and they are currently looking at vendors. They always look at the end of the year, so we got them at a good time. There's around 100 users, and we're going to get there and try and see if we can be a partner with them.
Yeah, I got one for my Sacramento client. It's pretty large opportunity in terms of numbers. They have about 500 users. It's the CIO for a big healthcare group. They have been keeping things in-house for technology, but they've been searching for a company recently and just kind of getting frustrated finding, franchise companies. They're more of a mom and pop. Being very large, they're still a mom and pop, and they want more of like a local family-owned business feel, and that's exactly what we are. We're not small by any means, being one of the larger companies when it comes to technology, but having that local family-owned feel, it's exactly what he was looking for. And 500 users, 800 computers, 35 virtual servers with VMware. Just given our healthcare and HIPAA compliant expertise with IT solutions, it should be a really good opportunity, at least an introduction, resource for his back pocket. We're looking forward to it.
I was calling for my client in North Carolina, and I got him 2 appointments today. One was for a tour bus company. It services the whole North Carolina, so it's pretty big. Should be a pretty good one. And then the other one was with a law firm. I've been calling and talking to several different people there, and finally got someone. They called me back and got them on the phone, and they wanted to set up a meeting to see what we could do for them. They have 80 users, 4 locations. Should be a pretty good one.
So I got an appointment today for my client in Baltimore. It was a 20 user. They were working remotely, having a lot of issues with virtual screen sharing, things like that, phone systems. So we're going to get a meeting set up for after Thanksgiving. But yeah, it looks like it's going to be a good one. They're a growing business too, so they're going to have even more users in the near future. So it's a good one to start off with and build a relationship. And yeah, it's awesome.
Alright, so I'll call a manufacturing company in Pennsylvania for my client there. I talked with a manager, asked him for a meeting right away, and he was very open to a phone call just to discuss their services and how we could be a resource for him. It's an 8-user count company, but they're pretty big. Hopefully room for growth there. Hopefully meeting goes well and we can be their provider.
I got a call back from a prospect for my HVAC client today. He said it was perfect timing. They actually just started an RFP process. They were looking for 2 new units, rooftop units for the school, and then they also have a church involved that they'd like someone to come out and do preventive maintenance on. And then for both locations, they were looking to do upgrade all their controls, make it more automated, energy efficient. So it's right in our wheelhouse. It's a pretty big opportunity and should be a pretty good one.
I got a couple meetings today. The first one was with a private equity firm who hasn't done anything to sort of meet the new FTC standards that are in place by December 9th. And so he was kind of worried about what would happen if he didn't have a lot of those things in place. So we set up a meeting. It wasn't not a ton of computers, but there's a lot of opportunity there because they've got a very diverse client set. So that was a really good one. And then I set up another meeting with a piping company out in Salt Lake. It's just sort of the time of the year where they're looking at stuff. He's going through sort of a phase of upgrades, and so he was open to a consult with my client, kind of talk about what upgrades he needs and how we may fit into his IT environment in the future. So 2 pretty good appointments I think have a good chance of going somewhere.